Well, right now, let's take a trip to the Eastern Corn Belt and get an update on 2024 corn harvest. Joining us for a conversation, retail sales agronomist for Brevant Seeds, Jonathan Howe in Indiana, is with us here today on the program. Jonathan, good to talk with you again. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. I'm glad to be here. Glad to talk to you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to run through a few things today.
Yeah, let's start first with just how has corn progressed in your area? How is harvest looking there in your territory?
Yeah, so it's definitely been a year for the books. We've had quite a few unexpected events happen early season this year with some major rains that extended our planting season, almost as if we were running two crops. So we got to see that throughout the entire season, and now things are finally sliding back together as we're starting to dry down, and guys are really pushing on harvest now. We were running good. Helene came through and made the ground wet for most guys, but moving into this week and looking out for the next 2 weeks, we've got really good conditions to finish out harvest here, I believe, in the next 2 weeks.
We'll talk about how have the latest advancements from Brevant Seeds helped farmers win big this harvest.
Yeah, so it was a huge year for Brevant, especially with our releases and technology. It started out on the corn side with PowerCore and Vorseed, our Enlist platform on the corn side, giving us a lot of versatility when we're spraying crops, adding that Enlist to our glyphosate, glufosinate programs, and making it easier for the retail guys to run trucks. So that was a huge bonus getting that out this year. And then the next gen soybeans have been rock stars. We've had a lot of those 2024 release soybeans, such as the 344, 364, rocking it out, not only in plots, but commercially in fields. And it's been great to see that. I think the biggest thing for us in the South here was with so much disease this year and tar spot moving in more than, let's say, per usual, the agronomic advancements have been a must for a lot of these guys. So happy to see performance, but mostly happy to see an ability to resist those diseases and protect that yield that guys have been working all season for.
Well, Jonathan, if producers have questions, where can they go to get some of those questions answered here this fall as we're working through harvest and preparing for next year as well?
Yeah, and that's kind of leave it to your experts opportunity right there, where everybody will have a local agronomic expert through their retail sources. So those retail sales agronomists, the gentlemen who are working with your fertility, your chemistry, and your seed, they're very hands-on throughout the season. So they know your acre and they're a good first go-to ask. Whenever you're wanting to get further into the specifics of, say, seed, you can always reach out to me as your retail sales agronomist for the area, and I can either answer your question or patch you to a professional who definitely has the question as well. So always be free to utilize those sources and make the most of that relationship throughout the season.
And I know folks can go as well to Brevant.com to find their local retailer and much more, and their local retail sales agronomist like Jonathan Howe. Thanks for joining us this week, Jonathan. And I know we will talk to you again next week. Appreciate the time.
Of course. Thank you very much.